Did you know that our spending habits can greatly impact our financial well-being? It's not just about saving money, but making conscious choices about where we allocate our funds. In today's video, I'll be sharing the 9 things that I've personally stopped buying. By cutting back on these items, I've been able to prioritize investments and experience a positive shift in my financial freedom. So let's dive in and explore how small changes in our spending habits can make a difference in the long term. Welcome to Flourish in Fortune, your gateway to unlocking a life filled with prosperity and fulfillment. Let's dive into the first item on my list: books. Let me present you with an alternative solution regarding books. As an avid reader, I've found a unique way to enjoy a wide range of books without cluttering my space or spending too much. Instead of buying physical copies or e-books, I've become an active member of a book-sharing community. It's a fantastic platform where book lovers lend and exchange books with one another. By participating in this community, I not only have access to an extensive collection of books, but also get to connect with fellow readers and share recommendations. This approach allows me to enjoy a diverse selection of books while minimizing costs and environmental impact. Next up, we have brand new cars. If you don't have the money for it, just don't buy it. The moment you drive a brand new car out of the showroom, it loses a significant chunk of its value. On average, a brand new car will depreciate by around 10% as soon as you leave the dealership and a further 60% by its 3rd year. Sure, some people enjoy the feeling of having a brand new car, but is it really worth the extra cost at this stage of your life? Instead, consider investing that money in assets that can generate cash flow, which can eventually help you buy that dream car later on, if that's what you truly desire. Now, let's talk about souvenirs. As a passionate traveler, I've found a unique way to capture the essence of my trips without accumulating physical items. Rather than buying traditional souvenirs, I prioritize collecting experiences and moments. During my travels, I immerse myself in the local culture, engage with the community, and participate in authentic activities. I seek out opportunities to learn, create memories, and forge connections with the people I encounter. By shifting my focus from material possessions to meaningful experiences, I find that these intangible souvenirs not only stay with me forever, but also enrich my life in a way that trinkets cannot. Moving on to number 4, we have the habit of always buying the updated version of technology. Let's discuss the tendency to constantly upgrade our smartphones. In today's fast-paced technological landscape, new phone models are frequently introduced, tempting us to stay at the forefront of innovation. However, I've come to realize that continuously chasing the latest smartphone doesn't necessarily bring me greater satisfaction. When I first acquired a high-end smartphone, it provided me with joy and convenience. Yet, when the next iteration was released, the incremental improvements didn't justify the hefty price tag. Now, I question whether spending a significant amount more on the latest smartphone is truly worth it, or if I could allocate those resources towards experiences or items that would bring me more genuine happiness and fulfillment. 5. Let's talk about buying items on sale. There's a distinction between buying something on sale and buying something just because it's on sale. Sales can initially make you feel like you're saving money, but often, stores use psychological tricks to make you justify the purchase in your mind. If there's something you plan to buy anyway, and it goes on sale, then yes, you've saved some money. However, if you're buying something solely because it's on sale, you need to recognize that you're still spending that money. Sales are just a way for companies to make you purchase things you wouldn't have otherwise bought. Remember, you're up against massive organizations with huge marketing budgets, so be mindful of your spending habits. By the way, I would love to hear your thoughts and insights in the comment section below. Share your experiences, ask questions, or suggest topics you'd like us to cover in future videos. Your input is invaluable in shaping our content to best serve your needs. Now back to the video. Moving on to fast fashion and the impact it has on our purchasing habits. In the past, I used to frequent popular fast fashion brands known for their affordability and trending styles. However, upon reflecting on my closet today, I realized that none of those fast fashion items have stood the test of time. They quickly fell apart or went out of fashion, leaving me with a sense of regret. That's why I shifted my focus towards sustainable and ethical fashion. I now prioritize purchasing from brands that value quality craftsmanship, fair trade practices, and environmentally friendly materials. While these brands may come with a slightly higher price tag, I find that investing in durable, timeless pieces not only reduces waste but also aligns with my values and ensures that my clothing choices have a positive impact. Next up, items that require diligent maintenance and care. This includes getting my nails done, getting my eyelashes done, or getting my hair dyed. These things require a lot of time and effort, and I've decided it's just not worth it for me anymore. Besides the cost, I also consider the time I would spend on these activities. When I'm getting my nails done, for example, I can't do anything else simultaneously, which means I can't be productive or focus on my work. So I evaluate whether the price and time spent on these high-maintenance tasks are worth sacrificing other activities that could bring me a greater return. Let's move on to number 8, the concept of gift giving during special occasions. Whether it's Christmas, birthdays, or any other celebration, we often find ourselves in a cycle of exchanging gifts out of tradition or obligation. However, I've come to realize that the true essence of giving lies in meaningful gestures rather than material possessions. This year, I'm embracing a different approach by advocating for a more personal and thoughtful way of showing appreciation. Instead of burdening ourselves and others with unnecessary presents, let's explore alternative ways to give back that focus on experiences, acts of kindness, and genuine connections. By shifting our perspective on gift giving, we can foster deeper connections and create lasting memories that are far more valuable than any material item. Finally, I want to share my thoughts on spending in general. I have no problem spending money on things that genuinely bring me joy and value. However, I'm cautious about spending just out of habit or to impress others. I believe that if you eliminate these two factors from your spending habits, you'll be in a much better financial position. When it comes to financial decisions, I always consider the trade-offs. If I'm buying something that will decrease in value over time, I weigh whether the additional cost is worth the potential sacrifice of my financial freedom. For example, spending a bit more on a car might not seem significant at the moment, but if I could use that money for an investment or to educate myself and build wealth, it could have a life-changing impact. By reevaluating our spending habits and making mindful choices, we can make a significant impact on our financial well-being. Whether it's cutting back on unnecessary purchases like books we won't read repeatedly, resisting the urge to constantly upgrade gadgets, or opting for quality over quantity in our clothing choices, these small changes can lead to financial freedom and a more fulfilling life. Remember, it's not about depriving ourselves but rather redirecting our resources towards experiences, investments, and items that truly bring us joy and long-term value. Let's continue to make informed decisions and strive for a healthier and more prosperous financial future. What are some items or expenses that you have personally cut back on in order to improve your financial well-being? Comment below and share your thoughts. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Flourish in Fortune for regular doses of prosperity tips, success stories, and actionable advice, so you can take charge of your destiny and unlock a life of abundance and fulfillment. Remember, your flourishing future starts here.